Good morning, friends. Today topic is bandage. Today topic is bandage. Yes, bandage is commonly used in our households and commonly thing. Okay. First of all, bandage. Bandage is came from French word. Bandage is came from French word. French word is bander. The meaning of bander is to bind. Okay. First of all, the bandage is came from French word. The meaning is to bind. Okay, in French word bandage is nothing but bander. The meaning of bander is to bind. Okay, in 1920, in the 19th century, Dixon is the person he used the bandage for first time. In 1920, Dixon is the first person he used the bandage. He is an employee of Johnson Johnson Pharma Company. He is an employee of Johnson Johnson Pharma Company in America. So, by this, many of bandages having Johnson Johnson products. See, on bandage company, pharma industry is Johnson Johnson bandage. So, in 1920, Dixon is the person he used the bandage for first time. Dixon he works in Johnson Johnson Pharma Company in America. So many of bandages having they are produced from the Johnson Johnson Pharma companies. Johnson Johnson Pharma Company is located in New Jersey, America. Okay. For next time, definition of bandage. What is bandage? Bandage is a piece of paper. Just is a piece of a cloth or a piece of a tape. Okay, just bandage. Bandages came from French word, meaning is to bind. In 1920, Dixon is the first person he introduced the bandage. Dixon, he is an employee of Johnson Johnson Pharma Company in New Jersey, America. Next one, define bandage. What is bandage? Bandage is nothing but is just a piece of a cloth. It's just a piece of a cloth or a piece of a tape. Piece of a cloth or a piece of a tape used to bind, which is used to bind up on a wound. Up on a wound, or which is used to slow down the blood flow. Slow down the blood flow from the cut wounds. Okay, bandage is nothing but is a piece of a cloth or a piece of a tape which is used to bind up on a wound or used to slow down the blood flow from the cuts or the wound, and it also protects an injured part of the body. So this is the definition of bandage. Bandage is defined as is a piece of cloth or piece of a tape which is used to bind upon a wound or slow down the blood flow from the cuts or the wounds, or it protects an injured part of the body. Okay, this is the definition of bandage. Okay, now next one is how. Mechanism or how it works. Next topic is how the bandages works or how the mechanism of bandages works. Mechanism is nothing but what is the purpose of bandage? Bandage is nothing but it protects the wound. It protects the wound and scraps from microbial growths or bacteria or damage or dust or death. Mechanism or how the bandage works. First of all, bandage, it protects the wound or scraps from the microbial growth, bacteria, damage, if it may be dust. Okay, by covering this, the healing power, the healing process of the body is fast. Okay, by covering, bandage covers the wound or scraps from the or affects or prevents the microbial growth or bacterial growth or damage from the external use or dust from the other dust particles. By covering this, the healing power of the body is very fast. The healing power of the body is very fast. Okay, first of all, the bandage. The two ends each, it binds the skin together to make the healing process fast. This is the mechanism or how the bandages works. First of all, the bandage, the two edges of the bandage, it binds to the skin together to make the healing process faster. Okay, this is the bandage. The two ends, one end and other end, the two ends of the bandage is binds to the skin together to make the healing process faster. Okay, all of you know how the bandage is useful and how it is works. Okay, this is about the mechanism or how the bandage is used. Okay, next one is what are the materials used in bandage. The common materials. The common materials used in bandage. This topic is the common materials used in bandage. The common materials like cotton is very common. Cotton gauze, jute, silk, wool, elastics, and some crepes, etc. The common materials that are used in bandage are cotton gauze, jutes, silk, wools, elastics, and some crepes. These are the common materials which are used in bandage. This is an example bandage. It is made up of elastic. This is a common bandage. It is made up of elastic. See, it looks like elastic. These are the common materials used in bandage. They are cotton gauze, jute, and silk, and elastic, crepes, and wool. Okay. Next one is types of bandage. Next one is types of bandage. Generally, the bandages are 4 types. There are 4 types. First one is adhesive. Second one is impregnated. Third one is elastic. Fourth one is non-elastic. There are four types of bandage. There are four types of bandage. They are adhesive bandage, impregnated bandage, elastic bandage, and non-elastic bandage. Non-elastic bandage. First one is adhesives. Okay, first one is adhesive bandage. Adhesive bandage is nothing but it is also known as plasters or medical First one is adhesive bandage. It is also known as plaster or medical plasters. These are used for only small cuts. These are used for only small cuts, small injuries. Okay. Adhesive bandage. First one is adhesive bandage. It is also known as plasters or medical plasters. Okay. Adhesive plasters. These are generally made up of fiber or coating with other chemicals. These are known as plasters or medical plaster. Adhesive bandages are used for only small cuts and small injuries. These are commonly available in the markets. Okay, and these are not used for minor. These are not used for major cases or serious cases. These are only used for minor accidents. These are not used for major cases or serious cases. Okay, and it is available in different shapes and sizes. These are available in different size and shapes. Some are rectangular, some are triangular, some are circular, some are like diameters and different. Okay, based upon the injuries, these are available in different shapes and different sizes. Okay, generally it contains at the central part a patch is present. At center a patch is present. A patch is made up of cotton. Okay, generally this adhesive bandage or plaster or medical plasters, they having the center part, they having the patch. This patch is made up of cotton. This patch is made up of cotton, and remaining edge and remaining side, they are plasters or plastics or elastics, or they are coated with other. Okay, and remaining part is coating or plastic. The center pad or patch or pad. Okay, it contains the central part. A central part is known as pad or patch. A pad or patch is made up of a cotton, and remaining edges are made up of plastic, elastic, or coated with other materials. Okay, see, this is an adhesive bandage or plaster bandage or medical plaster bandage. Okay, at the center, see, generally it is made up of a this is a bandage. At the center of the bandage, it is made up of a cotton. At the center of the bandage, it is made up of a cotton. The cotton is known as pad, and remaining edges, it is made up of some plastic or coating metals or some elastics. See, This is the adhesive bandage example. This is the adhesive bandage or pastel bandage or medical pastel bandage. Generally, this pastel bandage is contains central part is pad. The pad is made up of cotton. This cotton will cover the wound. This covers the wound, and remaining two edges will cover the skin together for healing faster. Okay, this is about the adhesive plasters. Adhesive plasters. Generally, adhesive plasters examples like self-adhesive plaster. Self means this is an example of self. We can easily use it. So it is known as simple. We can self-treatment. So it is known as self-adhesive. Okay, in self-adhesive examples like zinc oxide elastic. Zinc oxide elastic is the best example. Okay, in adhesive bandage it contains two types here. Self-adhesive. Self means which can be easily protect by use, we can easily use by ourselves, so it is known as self-adhesive. Example is zinc oxide elastic. Okay, this is about adhesive bandage. Second one is impregnated bandage. Second one is impregnated bandage. This bandage is different from the other bandage. Differs from other bandage. Differs from the other bandage. Okay. It is used to make the moles on the body. These are usually makes the moles on the body. Okay, it contains some chemicals. Like plaster of Paris, or zinc or cotas, etc. Okay. Second one is impregnated bandage. These bandages are different from the others. Generally, these are used to make moles on the body. And here using chemicals like plaster of Paris or zinc or fabrics or zinc paste or coal tar, etc. Some chemicals are used. When the chemicals are used, they having faster healing activity. When the chemicals are used, they having the faster healing activity. Okay, when these chemicals are used in the bandage, these chemicals may give faster healing activity. Okay, now first, when it was applied on the skin, it was in wet condition. After 5 minutes, it becomes dry and strong or hard. Okay, the mechanism. When these bandages are applied on the skin, first it was in wetting condition. After wetting condition, after 5 minutes, it becomes very strong and hard. it becomes very strong and hard because it may contains chemicals like Paris, zinc, iodine, or cotas, etc. Due to the presence of these chemicals, they having faster healing activity. Due to the chemicals, they are wet in condition. When we are using these chemicals, they become dry and strong. And mostly commonly used forms are like silver, cement, silver dressings, cement dressings, honey dressings, iodine dressings, methylene blue dressings, fabrics or lino, open row. These are the mostly commonly used forms for impregnated bandage. Okay, generally there are two types. They are fabric forms and open row. Fabric forms are lino forms. Best example is Plaster of Paris. Best example for fabric or lino is Plaster of Paris. Best example for open oven is zinc paste. Okay, and first of all, mostly common use of forms like silver dressings, cement dressing, honey dressing, iodine dressing, and metable. First, this all when we are applying on an injured part or a wound, these are wetting conditions. After sometimes it may get very strong and hard. Due to the presence of some chemicals present in it. Okay, these are the available forms of impregnated bandage. Okay, an important point: this bandage treated with chemicals for fast recoveries or healing. This is the main point in impregnated balance. Okay, generally impregnated balance of two types. First one is fabric form, is also known as lino form. Best example is Plaster of Paris. Generally these are two types. They are fabric or lino form. Best example is Plaster of Paris. Second one is open oven form. Example is zinc paste or coal tar, etc. Generally there are two types of impregnated bandage. They are fabric or lino. Best example is Plaster of Paris. Second one is open woven bandage. Best example is zinc paste or coal tar paste. This is about impregnated bandage. Next, third type is elastic bandage. Okay, third form of the bandage are elastic bandage. Elastic is nothing but which are having flexibility. Elastic bandage is nothing but which are having flexibility, flexible in nature, should be elastic in nature. Okay, elastic bandage. These are mostly commonly seen in our house, in sports, in gym trainings, and etc. This type of bandage they are usually treats muscle pains. They usually treats muscle pains, bone fractures, and also stable the pressure. Third one is elastic bandage. Elastic is nothing but which are having flexible in nature, which are having flexible in nature, which are having flexible or elastic in nature. And this type of bandage are very commonly seen in hospitals, in sports, in gyms, and etc. Okay, these are bandages are used to treat the muscle pain. These are used to treat the muscle pain, bone fractures, and stable the pressure. Due to the presence of pressure, the muscle pain will be reduced. Due to the presence of pressure, the bone fracture, the bones will be give support. Generally, this elastic bandages are of three types. They are of three types. They are creaming, clipping, cotton, or rayon. The third one is rubber. Okay. Elastic bandages of three types. They are creeping bandage, cotton or rayon bandage, or rubber. Okay. Best example for creeping is cotton bandage. We are using commonly this cotton bandage. As in cotton or rayon bandage, best example is cotton creep, or cotton flexible tape. These are the best example for cotton or rayon types. Next one is rubber. For rubber type, we can use two types. They are some are having net type, some are not having, some are some elastics. Net type. See, this is the best example. These are cotton or rayon clips. These are cotton bandage. These are mostly commonly seen in hospitals, and they are used for minor accidents and incidents. These are having some nets. They are having some gaps, so these are known as net bandages. These are usually used in the bone fractures during the muscle pains, during the pressure occupied. For dressing, these bandages are used. Okay, this is the cotton freak. This type of bandage is also known as cotton freak. These are having some elastic in nature. See, just a bandage is just a small, but it has a flexible and elastic in nature. See, this is the cotton flexible bandage. This is a cotton flexible tape or cotton flexible bands. These are used to maintain the pressure on wounds or bones or muscles. Due to the pressure occupied on the muscles, the muscle pain will be healing or muscle pain will be reduced. Okay, this cotton flexible tape is very small in size, but due to the presence of elastic nature, it can extend up to so much. See, it is extend from here to here, so it has some flexibility in nature, So this type of bandage is known as cotton or rayon type of bandage. In Dutch, cotton flexible tape is a best example. Okay, in cotton bandage, this is a cotton bandage example, and it having some net type. See, it looks like a mesh or a net type. These are having net or types. And this is another type of dressings. This is nothing but is a creeping bandage. It has some elastic nature. See, it has some elastic nature. It is applied on the muscle to reduce the, when it is tried, or it is when applied on the muscle, due to the elastic nature, the muscle, due to it gives pressure on it. Due to this pressure, the muscle pain will be reduced. Due to the presence of the pressure, the muscle pain is reduced because it is elastic in nature. It is flexible nature. See, flexible. So these are some types of dressings and bandages used in our commonly gyms and hospitals. Okay, there are three types of elastic bandage. They are called creeping, cotton or rayon, rubber type. Creeping, it is example like cotton bandage. Generally we are using cotton bandage. Next, in cotton rayon, cotton creep and cotton flexible. This is a cotton flexible tape or bandages which having pressure. Due to the presence of elastic nature, it is gives pressure on the muscle. Due to the presence of pressure on muscle, the muscle pain will be reduced. Okay, next one is rubber type. Rubber type in elastic and net type. Net are used, very commonly used. Elastic types are using some bandages. Okay, next, last and final one is non-elastic. Last and final topic is non-elastic bandage. Non-elastic means they having no flexible nature. They having no flexible in nature. These are not flexible in nature. Non-elastic bandages are not flexible in nature. They having less elastic in nature. Okay, generally these are used for prevent the, generally this type of bandage are prevent the spreadings of at the knee, joints, leg, ankles, etc. These are non-elastic bandage. These are not flexible in nature. These are used to prevent the swellings at the knee, joints, leg, ankles, etc. This type of bandage are mostly non-elastic in nature. These are mostly used in gym, sports, in sports, and in our house, older peoples. This type of conditions they are using non-elastic bandage. Okay, non-elastic bandage are of three types. This non-elastic bandages of three types. They are cotton. Next one, cotton or wool. Next one, cotton or heavy materials. Okay, so cotton, and also having in cotton triangular shaped bandage. These are mostly used in hospitals. Cotton or wool. Example is Domanti bandage. These are used in gym and sports. Romantic bandage, they are used in sports and gym conditions. Some cotton and heavy weft bandages are commonly used to prevent the ankle pain, to prevent the sore swellings of ankle, to prevent the joint pains, to prevent the swellings at the knee, elbow, and etc. Non-elastic bandages are mostly used in gym, sports, and to prevent the swellings of ankle, legs, knees, etc. These are mostly used in older people, sports people, and gym trainers. These are the non-elastic bandage. Okay. Next one is applications of bandage or uses of bandage. What are the main uses of bandage? Generally, the bandages are nothing but they prevent the breast particles, they prevent the microbial growth, they prevent the death from the other particles. Generally, it gives support, compression or pressure, it gives secure blessings, yes. Leg ulcer, it support the bones, it support the fractures, it gives support to the body, it controls hemorrhage, means the bed flow, it controls the bed flows, okay. It provides a rest to injured part, it gives rest to the injured part, it prevents the microbial growth, it prevent the microbial growth of wound by dressing in proper positions. These are some uses and applications of the bandage. Okay, these are some uses and applications of the bandage. First of all, overview. Bandages came from French word. The bander. The meaning of bandage is to bind. Okay. In 19th century, in 1920, Dixon is a person he used bandage for first time. He is a Johnson Johnson company employee in New Jersey. So many of companies they having proof they are made from Johnson Johnson companies. See, they are made from Johnson Johnson company. First of all, definition of bandage. Definition is nothing but is a piece of a cloth or piece of a tape used to bind upon a wound, or used to slow down the blood flow from the cut or wounds, or protect the injured part of the body. Okay, these are definition of bandage. Next one is how the bandage works. Mechanism. Generally, it protects the wound or it prevents the scabs from the microbial growth, bacteria, damage, or any dust. The healing process of the body is fast. The bandage having two edges, it binds to the skin together to make the healing process faster. Okay. The common materials used in bandages are cotton grass, jute, silk, wool, elastic, and crepes. Generally, there are 4 types of bandage. They are adhesive bandage, Impregnated balance, elastic, non-elastic. First one is adhesives. Adhesive bandage is known as a pastas or medical plaster. Generally, this type of bandages are used in solely small cuts and small injuries. These are not used for major or serious cases. These are available in different shape and size depends upon the injuries. Okay, it contains at the central part it contains a pad. The pad is made with cotton and remaining edges made up of plastic, elastic and cotton. This is an adhesive bandage. This is an adhesive bandage. At the middle it contains a cotton. This is pad. This pad is made up of cotton and remaining edge is made up of elastics. Example, self-adhesive plaster. Example, zinc oxide. Okay. Second one is impregnated bandage. These are different from other bandage. These are used to make molds on the ball, and we are using some chemicals like plaster of Paris, zinc, coatars, etc. Due to the presence of this chemical, they are having faster healing activity. When this applied on the skin, it is wet in condition. After sometimes it gets very strong due to presence of drying stage. Okay. Generally, these are mostly commonly available forms of silver foam, cement, honey, iodine, methylene blue, fabric and oven. Fabric example is plaster of Paris. Open oven example is zinc paste or coal tar. Okay, this is about impregnated bandage. Next one is elastic. Elastic is nothing but which are having flexible in nature. They are usually used in treatment of muscle pain, in bones fracture. They are having stable pressure. Due to the presence of this pressure, the muscle pain will be reduced. These are of three types. They are creeping, cotton, and rubber. Cotton. Creeping is cotton bandage, cotton or rayon is cotton creep or cotton flexible tape. This is an example for cotton flexible tape. And rubber of two types, net condition and elastic in nature. Next one is non-elastic. These are having not flexible in nature. These are used to prevent the swellings at knee, joints, leg and ankle. These are mostly used in gym, sports and older peoples. These are of three types. They are cotton, cotton wool and cotton heavy weave. Okay, and uses of the bandage. Bandages are used for support. They having the pressure or compression on the wounds. They have secure dressings. They are used to prevent the leg ulcers. They are used to prevent the swellings of joints, ankles. They support the bones. They support the fractures. They control the loss of bed flows and hemorrhoids. They prevent or provide a less. They prevent the microbial growth of the wound. This is about the bandages. Bandage. Okay, this is a bandage example. See, it's a waterproof antiseptic band-aid. See, it is a Johnson Johnson company band-aid. Johnson Johnson. The first person is Dixon, so he used the name Johnson Johnson Bandage. It is an adhesive bandage, waterproof. These are some types of bandages. This is elastic bandage. This is giving elastic bandage. This is cotton. This is the cotton, and this is the having some net like. These are net like dressings. And these are having some elastic in nature. They are cotton or rayon with having some elastic or flexible in nature. They usually gives pressure on the wounds. These are usually gives pressure on the wounds, so the muscle pain will be reduced. Okay, this is about bandages.